Education in early America was phenomenal. Because the Bible was the chief textbook in one way or another, literacy was widespread, especially in those regions where the scriptures were paramount, such as Puritan New England. When the United States became a nation, there were two prominent educators that helped the new nation become even more educated. They were Noah Webster and his dictionary, and Reverend William McGuffey and his readers.
Some key early American educators were also committed to faith. Noah Webster, whose name is synonymous with a dictionary, was born in 1758 and died in 1843. He was one of America's founding fathers. But more importantly, he was the founding father of American scholarship and education. To this day, his name is synonymous with a dictionary, since he created such an important dictionary, which he later revised. One accomplishment of Webster's work was to standardize the spelling of many of our words.
Noah Webster is called the father of American education. He wrote the Blueback Speller, which sold over 100 million copies. It was the book that was used to teach students how to read. And he wrote Webster's dictionary. And he spent decades researching this, learning the foreign languages, traveling over to Europe. Over a third of the definitions use Bible verses to explain how the word is used.
Webster's American Dictionary was a scholarly achievement of the first rank, winning critical acclaim at home and abroad. Encyclopedia of American Biography.
Another dedicated man who helped promote education, including a religious education, was the 19th century Presbyterian minister, William Holmes McGuffey. He eventually became a professor at Thomas Jefferson School of Higher Learning, the University of Virginia, which was designed specifically as a non-denominational school. Jefferson saw his new school as a non-sectarian institution, but not a secular institution per se. Religion was allowed and encouraged, but it was not mandated. No one at that school was to be forced to attend religious assemblies. But such assemblies were welcome. Professor McGuffey was committed to children being able to read, so he compiled a number of reading books.
One of the earliest forms of education they had was called the McGuffey Readers. This was an educated system of measured reading, and as it was developed, it included all sorts of biblical training, biblical vocabulary. And so we can see that education in America very much was based upon biblical truths.
Most youngsters of my day were brought up on the McGuffey Readers. Most of those youngsters who still survive have a profound respect for the compiler of the Readers, Henry Ford.
Overall, these McGuffey Eclectic Readers sold 120 million copies. For many decades, these provided the backbone of grammar school education for this country.
It's interesting to note that when education in early America was Bible-based, through the help of men like Webster and McGuffey, the literacy rates were astounding. But as the Bible became less important over time, and even in some cases effectively banned from the educational system, our literacy rates plummeted. America would do well to get back to the book that gave birth to so many of the positive aspects of our nation in the first place. For Providence Forum, I'm Jerry Newcomb.